Thanks. This is Pink Flock Yellow Boots from Behavior, working towards achieving holistic health for everybody. Ghosting is defined as somebody disappearing without leaving any trace or any point of contact when you want to reach out to them or when there is something that needs to be taken further. That is, you want to get in touch with somebody, you have questions to ask, information to seek, a contact to be made, and yet you can't reach them and you don't know why they have disappeared or any source of contact that you can reach out to them is not working and is not possible. When we speak of ghosting has been acknowledged as a psychological abuse. It causes a sense of emotional distress that causes a lot of turmoil and self-doubt in a person facing ghosting. Ghosting is not necessarily aimed at causing harm, but is always seen to be causing a lot of damage to the person being ghosted. How ghosting affects a person? It makes them question their own self-worth, question their reality, question their act and intentions, question their sense of judgment, which causes a lot of sadness, grief, guilt, anger, annoyance, irritation in the person facing ghosting, which leads them to loneliness, feeling of powerlessness, and being left in the middle of nowhere for the information that they need to make sense of the situation or things happening around them is not being provided to them. So, when a person is being ghosted, they go through a lot of emotional and mental trauma and abuse that leads to a lot of other mental damage, causing anxiety and depression. Why people ghost? The researchers see that the most prominent cause is to avoid an uncomfortable situation or facing the truth, probably not wanting to be accountable to their actions, trying not to hurt the other person. On an overall level, it's a cowardly action from the ghoster to avoid a situation that they don't want to face or have a confrontation on, and thus they run away from the person they are accountable and responsible to. It is like it is avoiding the responsibility for their own actions or being responsible to what they said and have done. Ghosting is hurtful and abusive because it leaves the person who is being ghosted in a place where they have incomplete information to make sense of what is happening around them. And it also leads them to face a lot of emotional and mental difficulties, which causes a lot of disturbance in their normal day to day routine and living. Also, it happens with somebody you thought you could lean on, or that person could have been a support, and when that goes off, it leaves a lot of imbalance and chaos behind it. Well, when it comes to how to deal with ghosting, the first thing is understanding that you have your own truth, and a lot of time the person being ghosted is not at the end of being blamed. They did nothing wrong. They are not the one who ran away from the situation. They are not the one who caused this situation. Running away is a personal choice. Not being accountable to their own actions is a choice that the person who chooses to ghost is making. When dealing with ghosting, understand that your self care is supposed to be a priority. Taking care of yourself, getting your mind off of questioning yourself is an important part to deal with ghosting. Talk to friends, have healthy conversations with others, and understand the other person is at fault for running away, for being a coward, for being inconsiderate towards your feeling, inconsistent in their action and words. A lot of time, the person being ghosted can feel physical pain, as the effect of ghosting is similar to that of the neurological pathway that causes pain. Thus, a psychological trauma that leads to a psychosomatic response from the physical body might be created. If it becomes too much unbearable, it is advised that you seek professional help to get through it. Reaching out to the right people who can guide you through it rather than making you go through it again is an important part in self care. Asking the right question to the right people will get you the right answer. Taking care of yourself is a priority. Ghosting is something that a person does, and the person being ghosted is not to be blamed or be questioned on why the person ran away. Have a great week ahead. Take care.